All right, welcome. I'm so excited that you are here. Like I said, if you were on a minute ago, I'm going to be showing you how to find remote jobs online using LinkedIn. So this is something that works no matter what kind of remote job you are looking for, whether you're looking for like a employee position, but a remote employee position, or if you are looking for a freelance position, independent contractor position, either way, I'm going to show you what both of those look like. So this is going to be a very focused, to the point training, won't take too much time. I just want to make sure that you know how and where to look on LinkedIn, because a lot of people don't realize that there are a ton of job opportunities on LinkedIn. So let me go ahead and share my screen. There's my face again. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, just a sec, sorry about that. For some reason, it's not playing nice. It won't let me open my full screen. Okay, try again. Okay, you should be seeing my screen. Let me just double check. I always freeze in the best faces ever. Okay, so LinkedIn. So the first thing you want to do is log into your LinkedIn account. If you don't already have one, definitely make one. LinkedIn tends to be the platform that's known for being more like professional, job related, career related, that kind of thing. There are some other things on there, but it's mostly used for career related types of things. So when you log in, you'll just be on, on your home page. You're going to come up here to jobs. And then it's really super simple, like any other job search. It'll show anything you've looked up in the past. It'll show you some recommended jobs for you. That depends on what you have on your LinkedIn. So what types of jobs, location, that kind of thing. So sometimes you'll see things here. You can use the LinkedIn premium service. I haven't, but I know some people do, and you get more like jobs sent to you that might match you. So if you have a really well filled out profile with all of your stuff and you want to start getting more opportunities showing up in your inbox, you could try it for a month free and see how that goes. That's not what I'm going to be showing you today though. Today I just want to show you how to search. So when you are in the jobs tab, you're going to type in whatever job you're looking for. And there's a couple things you can do. So here you can, if you're just kind of looking for a remote position of any type, you can type in remote here, and it'll give you some other ideas. So if something might pop up and you're like, oh yeah, that sounds like something I'd be interested in, you can put in an area if you'd like to. Some jobs, even if they're remote, they still require you to be in a certain area, especially if you need any type of licensing. So if you're a nurse or a doctor, nurse practitioner, anything like that, there's a chance you might need to have find a remote position that is in your state, or that the company works in your state because of your state license. So that's just something to keep in mind if you have any type of licensing like that. But so if something like that, you might want to put something in here. But I just like to start just really basic. Like, okay, let's just see what happens when we put in remote and leave this open. Okay, so you can see that there's 268,000 results. So again, this is really, really basic, just simple. And you can kind of, when you're first starting to look, I like to just kind of scroll through and kind of see what type of opportunities are out there. So if you do have a specific job in mind, you can absolutely search that, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But if you're just kind of testing the waters, trying to see what's available out there, or maybe you don't have a special training or licensing or anything, and you just kind of want to see what's available. So you can go through and see like, hey, virtual assistant, transcriptionist, transcriber, medical biller, executive assistant, and you can see the company that, the area. Sometimes it's specific, sometimes it's just United States, and it'll say remote in here. So if you see something that looks interesting, you can click on it, and it'll pop up over here, which is nice because you can easily go through without changing screens. You can save anything, you can apply. The first thing I like to do when I'm doing a job search is to scroll down to requirements or any special licensing or anything you might need. So you can kind of come down here and see some info. This one did provide a pay range, which is nice. Not all of them do. Here we go, requirements. So you can quickly look through and just see if there's any special requirements that would either make you say, oh, that's me, or you're like, oh yeah, I don't have that. So especially when you're looking for specific things, like if you're looking for a remote nursing position, you want to go down and see what kind of requirements. So if you're an RN, does it require a BSN, or is an associate's degree RN okay? Does it require a certain amount of years of experience, anything special? So before I spend a bunch of time reading through everything, I like to look at the requirements first. And then also a lot of times that area will tell you as far as location. So even if it's remote, it'll tell you remote but must be in this state, or must have a nursing license in this state, or one of these states, or must live in one of these states, even if it's not a licensing thing. Some companies still, you have to be in a certain state. So those are things to look at. And then if you're like, okay, that looks good, then I spend a little bit more time looking. You can check out the company by clicking on it. Sometimes they don't, and it looks a little bit generic. I'm trying to see if I see one. I know something I searched earlier looked generic, and you still have to be careful. Like, just because they're on LinkedIn and jobs are posted on here doesn't mean that it's legit. So you still need to do your due diligence and make sure that you are paying attention, that it's not some kind of scam. I like this one here. There's nothing there for the company. So there's something here, the company name, but not like anything I can click. The company page is not claimed. So for me, that could, it doesn't mean that it's necessarily fishy, but it could be. So it's something that you want to look up and figure out, like, what is this company? It was posted by this person, so you can click on them and see what they're all about, and get some info, like see if they seem legit and stuff. And then obviously use common sense when you are applying and not giving out any personal information. You should never have to pay any money. There's a lot that goes into searching for jobs online. You should never pay someone money for you getting a job. So there's a lot of other things to go into. That's not what the purpose of this training is. This is to show you how to search. So I'm not going to go into that too much, but if you do have questions, make sure to come into my Facebook group, the Corporate Reject Connection, and you can ask all those questions and we can talk about it more. Okay, so something else you can do when you're in here is you can filter. So you can see all the jobs here. You can, go by when they're posted, experience level, company. So there's some companies on here. You can search for a company, job type, full-time, part-time, volunteer, contract, intern, temporary, etc. Remote, there's actually a button here just for remote, which is cool. So we already have remote here, but this might be a good time to, put in, you want an RN position in the United States, search, make sure it's still on remote. Oops, where was that? Oh yeah, it is right here. Okay. And then you can choose if you want to filter down even more. I only want to work part-time, maybe contract, maybe even temporary. You can choose those things that you want. And then show results, and that will update it. Okay, so now over here, I can see, okay, This one specifically has Ohio, so that's something I'm going to want to look. I'm not in Ohio, so I need to scroll down and see, do I have to be in Ohio? So see here under require, you can see what type of RN license is needed, any experience, and then must be located in one of these states. So like I said, even though it shows Ohio here, you can live in one of these states. So always look down in that section to see if you are in one of those states. And then, okay, if you are, then you can spend some time looking at this job and see if it's something you might want to do. If you're not, there's no point in wasting your time. Okay, and then you can see preferred. A lot of times things they prefer you to have doesn't mean you have to, but it's something they prefer. And check it out, see if it's something you want to do. And then this one is connected to a company, so I'm going to open it separately so I don't lose my place. But you can check out the company and see, more info about it, especially if it's one you're not familiar with. It's taking a minute to open up over there. I'll let it do that. Okay. So again, then you can go down the list, figure out, what you want to look at.
Unknown caller. Unknown caller.
And then again, you can always save things. You can send it to someone if you like, make a copy of the link to share with somebody or post somewhere. If you needed to report something, if it seemed like a scam or, didn't have the info you needed, you can use those. But anyways, so this is a really good way here. Something else that you can go basic and just put in nurse practitioner if you're a nurse practitioner, if you are a physician assistant, an MD, whatever. There are remote opportunities, and start thinking about this. So like you can see the word here, telehealth. So this is Massachusetts. They're looking for a primary care physician for telehealth, it looks like. So you can look down here. So this one requires you to have a license in Massachusetts. So it's remote, but you do have to be in Massachusetts for this one. So those are the types of things that you're going to see as you're going through. What was I going to say? There's something I was going to say. Oh, so, okay, another thing. So let's get away from the license type position. You can do customer service. So if you don't have a specialty license, but you want to work remotely, type in customer service, United States, remote is clicked here. And then the other way you can do it is you can unclick it here if you want to. Doesn't seem like it. Oh yeah, it did. Okay. And here you can put in remote. So in the location, you can put remote instead of, in here. And sometimes based on the way jobs are input, it can look a little bit different. So customer service remote, 12,000 results. If it just has remote here, there is a chance that there will be opportunities in other countries. So watch out for that. I know one that I searched recently might have been for a nursing position. There was like the second one was like Italy. So again, you can scroll down here, look and see, what's that, Spiller remote COVID tests. So if you have interest in medical billing or have experience in medical billing, so this one requires 3 years. So if you did any kind of medical billing in the past, that would be maybe something you could do. So again, it gives you all of the requirements. Let's see, patient advocate. So really it's thinking about what you do now or what you've done in the past and what types of places might be hiring. One that I looked up today was Vault, which does the saliva COVID tests. So this is another way. This is not, you can look them up on LinkedIn and search for jobs. Let me show you how to do that. Let's see, where do I go? Well, let's try it here. Let's just see what happens. But you can search for the company on LinkedIn, or you can go directly to their website. I'll show you that now just because that is really helpful. So whether you find the company on LinkedIn or just a company you know of. So today we're getting ready to fly to another island in a couple days. So we had to do a COVID test And so we did the spit one. So we used a company called Vault, where they do a whole thing on Zoom, and you spit into a tube and you UPS it back to them, and they send you the results. Anyways, the girl working in the Zoom room to ensure that you do the test correctly and that you're the right person and all that was working from home. So I was like, oh, I wonder what kind of, jobs that they have. So you can like think about things like that, or things you see your companies you might deal with. You can go to their website and find the careers section. Usually it's down at the bottom. Sometimes you can find it up top. But usually if you go to the company's website and scroll all the way to the bottom, like in the footer area is where they usually have it. Here, careers. And this is a cool way to search for jobs as well. A lot of the big companies have this. Not always smaller companies, but sometimes, but bigger companies for sure. I know a lot of like insurance companies like Aetna, there's another one, but they tend to hire remote workers. So you can go to their website and search for remote positions. So you can choose, if there's a certain department or office, but otherwise it just shows you all of their opportunities and you can see which ones are remote. So like for me, if I was searching, I would, probably come down to the medical clinical. Some of these are, location specific. There's like a marketing opportunity that's remote. But there are some medical clinical. If I was looking for a job, I might do something in this area because obviously I'm a nurse, and I also have a history of working in clinical research. So let's see, research. So clinical trials project management, something I've done before, and they have remote. So that could be something that I would be interested in. If you are a nurse practitioner, there is a remote position here. So let's take a look at it. So you can click apply now on here, read all about the job here. So let's see if there's any requirements as far as location. So this talks about the telehealth needs, 3 years of recent RN experience preferred. I'm not sure why they want you to have gotten a COVID-19 vaccine if you're a remote worker or whatever. But that just seems kind of weird, but okay, so let's see. Okay, so apply for this job with LinkedIn. So it probably is posted somewhere on LinkedIn. So this is one that we could search. So I'm just going to click back to my home page out of the jobs and onto my home page and look up Vault Health and try to find their company website. Didn't need to have that, but it popped up anyways. So I can click there. Since I'm on the health side of things, talking about that right now, a lot of companies will hire, like I said, insurance companies will hire not only just customer service and billing people, but also nurses to do like case management and what's the word I'm trying to think of. My brain just totally lost it. They do a lot of claim management. So when claims come through that need further attention before they pay it, a lot of times they'll have nurses work on that team to help process claims to make sure that they actually want to pay them. Okay, so here is the Vault Health LinkedIn page. You can check out different info about them. But basically what we want to look at, so if you're looking for jobs with certain companies, you can come to the jobs tab to see if they have any jobs listed. So Vault Health has 45 job openings. You can do a title or keyword search here. You can see recently posted jobs here. One second. Sorry about that. Okay. So anyways, you can see all the jobs here. So if there are certain companies that you're interested in, or you hear, oh, you know, I heard that they do remote jobs, or maybe there's even a company in your the area you live in, or your state or region, and you've heard good things about, and you want to see what kind of opportunities they have, coming to their LinkedIn page is a really great idea. Or like I showed you before, going to their website, you can usually find stuff too. But it's kind of nice on a LinkedIn because you can see what types of jobs they have, how many applicants, right? So how many people have applied. You can also turn on job alerts and choose how often you want to get those. So this would be jobs for Vault Health, and you can choose how you want to receive those and save that. So you'll get notifications when there are new jobs or updates to the jobs. So you can also do it for a certain type of job. So if you are looking for an RN position, it changed to worldwide, I think. I'm just gonna change it to remote. Oh, it's still clicked on Revolve. So I'm gonna click off that because I want just all openings. I can turn on, so job alert, so RN remote. So any remote RN position, I can decide to get notifications and hit save. So that's a really great way too, so you don't miss when new things come out without having to constantly be checking. So you can also, so if you are a freelancer or you're wanting to be a freelancer, so you're looking for virtual assistant jobs, graphic design, web design, social media management, whatever it is, just type that in and then see what comes up down here. And same thing, you can turn on a job alert. So I don't see a ton of virtual assistant positions. I mean, there's still almost 2,000, so still it's a lot. But I feel like people are starting to use this a little bit more for even virtual assistant positions. So it's definitely something worth looking for and setting a job alert for, so you get those notifications if that's what you're doing. Or again, any type of freelance position that you're looking for. And then to manage your job alerts, you just come in, well, I don't have any, so I'll do one real quick just so I can show you. So to manage your job alerts, you just come into this little gear thing here and you'll see any of the ones you have. And then you can edit them or delete them if you're no longer looking for them. Okay, so I hope that has been helpful. Let me just pop into the Facebook Live and see if there's any questions really quick. What was I gonna say? Oh, let me stop sharing. Okay, so before I stop sharing my screen, so I showed you where to go. So you just log into LinkedIn, click on the jobs tab. Let me just go back real quick. So when you log into LinkedIn and you're on your main feed, click on jobs, search for whatever type of job, or just remote if you don't have anything specific, and then remote here. And then you'll see your options. Make sure your LinkedIn profile is filled out well, so it will help to match you. Like you can see here, it has recommended a couple of different opportunities based on my qualifications and my location. And then again, as you're searching different positions, you can use these filters up here to help make your experience looking, even easier and getting you more focused on what types of jobs. So I would just recommend jumping into LinkedIn and starting to check things out, look at different opportunities, see what you see. Bring any questions to the group, the Corporate Reject Connection. And then I also wanted to invite you to book a clarity call with me. I'm going to try to put that in the chat here. For some reason, chat lately doesn't like me pasting anything. Still doesn't. Okay. I'll post it in the chat on the Facebook Live, and then also have it attached to this video wherever you end up watching it. But I would like to invite you to book a free clarity call with me. So if this has brought up questions, ideas, curiosity on what types of opportunities might be available to you, working remotely, whether that's a remote employee position or a remote freelance position, I'd love to jump on the phone with you and learn more about what you're doing now, what you want to do, what you need to do, and see how I can best direct you and give you any resources that I have. So I hope this is helpful. Put any questions in the comments, and I will keep an eye out for those. All right, have a great day. Talk to you later.